Hey there, thanks for signing in. Welcome to the Picnic Table Ant Chat. We start in half an hour after a bit of feeding in the multi-species tank. See you there. I am doing my best to sort this thing out, but I think the storm is just killing me at the moment. It's literally cut the power to the house like 3 times today, so we'll just crack on as it goes. Worst case scenario, I will just swap onto the phone and we will do it that way. So we're going ahead no matter what. Hey there, guys and girls. Only 15 minutes left of this feeding before the interview starts. See you there. It's not an interview tonight, that's like an auto recording. You all know that, I'm sure. But it's not an interview tonight. It's just me again. But we have got an interview lined up for the next few picnic tables, so don't forget to sign in for those ones, obviously. Who's coming up? Let's have a quick goosey gander. I actually say let's have a little goose. The kids know what I'm talking about when I say let's have a goose. Or a goosey gander. We have, I always say it wrong, arthropod antics. He is coming up on Wednesday. Actually, Wednesday's going to be brilliant. And then Sunday we got the Canada Ant Company. Probably pronounce that. And we've got quite a few really good ones coming up. Aesthetic ants, and I'm not going to go into full details. I want to keep some of it. Yeah, exactly. Have a budget. I want to keep some of it slightly. What's the word? Not secret, but I'm going to keep it under my hat. The guy in the cap and all that. I'm going to keep it under my cap for now. So you'll have to keep signing in to find out who's coming on. But I will say we've got Arthropod Antics and the Canadian Ant Company coming up. Thank you, Canadian Ant Company. I did think that, but for some reason it's written down as Canada Ant Company. That's probably just me doing it in shorthand, Under wraps, that's it. Grand reveal, yeah. I do a grand reveal eventually. So I was tempted to start doing like a event diary sort of thing, like to show you who's coming up on every episode. But I was talked out of it because we want to keep some things slightly secret. I'm useless at keeping secrets, as you all know. Absolutely useless at keeping secrets. So I gotta keep some things under wraps. Thank you, Dino. Because otherwise I'll just let it all out. Ants England, your typing may be poor today, but my breathing is really poor, so you're going to have to put up with that, I'm afraid, everyone. A little bit of muting the microphone every now and then just to have a little cough. Exactly. Shh. I've always got something planned still, haven't I, Dino? As you well know, buddy. I've always got something. Don't forget, I will be doing an Ask Me Anything section as well. So if you've got any questions for me about literally anything, chuck them at me. Oh, and England, whilst you're here, and whilst I remember, if you were planning on coming to the exhibition as a creator as such and having a space as a creator, get in contact with me sooner rather than later, just because I'm over halfway full already. Basically, all the spaces are starting to fill up now. Obviously, no pressure, you don't have to, but if you want to, let me know. Oh, thank you, Dino. It is the Canada Ant Colony. Canada Ant Colony. Mate, I've got to look more. Obviously, I do all my research before any interview. I obviously always do my research, but it's just my bad writing. I have some other really good ones as well. Ants on Top. Have you heard of Ants on Top? I posted about this earlier, so I'm not keeping this one secret. Ants on Top are a Polish shop. Now, they could be coming on the stream. That's going to be super cool. I've also spoken to some other things. I'm letting it all out now. Some people who are like interesting. Yeah. Coldplay concerts, awesome. I've seen Coldplay a couple of times. They're always really good. And yes, do you know? I know. I can't keep secrets. You know that, buddy. But those things are kind of out there anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Picnic Table live chat. I think this is episode number 6. You just got me again tonight, I'm afraid, but we have got some cool speakers coming up, so make sure you're signing in every week. Tonight we've got some cool things we're going to do. We're going to do a little auction in a little bit, so if anyone wants 2 Mesa Barbarous Queens, make sure you wait for the auction. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jazz. Good evening, Dino, B, Ants England, Ants Hood, Andy Matters, J-Man's here on Twitch, Ants Life UK. Anyone I haven't said hello as well. So what else have we got tonight? We've got exhibition updates. We're going to start off with a duck race in a second. Good evening, James. Thanks for joining us, buddy. We're going to start with a duck race in a second just to keep you all entertained. So give me a minute. We'll do that. We're going to do some exhibition updates and tell you a little bit of what's going on there. Good evening, Diane. Thanks for joining. And then we're going to have a Ask Me Anything section. So if you've got any questions for me about absolutely anything, you just shout them out. So let's crack on with a duck race. So we've got 14 people in the chat at the moment. I'm going to put on a 2-minute duck race. This is not for any prize at all. So if you want a duck, call out a number. First number's first serve, same as always. If your number's already been picked by someone else, pick a second one. We have 14 ducks. And we have 16 people in the chat right now, so that's slightly annoying. Get your ducks quick, basically. And I do apologize for the really bad signal. This storm is just destroying my signal completely tonight. I've done absolutely everything I can. Hopefully it will improve as the storm is starting to die out now, but it was absolutely brutal for a start. So most people have chosen their numbers. Make sure you're not picking the same number as someone else. Again, this is not for a prize. This is just for fun to start off the night. So here we go. I like that duck. The one in the, like, is it a dinosaur suit? A snake suit? He's in a suit. I like him that. That's pretty cool. We've got soldier duck. Whoever said 15, I'm afraid there's only 14 ducks. Because I put it on before there was 15 people in the chat, basically. We got Rudolph Duck and Dr. Duck doing quite well. Judge Duck doing really well. Oh, King Duck is making a break for it. There's a nice line there at the front. They're all kind of holding their positions really well. Doing very well. Right. Who have we got at the back? We got the snake dinosaur kind of duck at the back. We got Duck in a mask. He usually does quite well, actually. Stripy Duck hanging back there. Rudolph Duck pulling back. So it's better to hold back at this point and then burst at the last, like, 30 seconds. That's what I would do in a race. That's what I always tend to do anyways. Dr. Duck is out in front. Remember, if you have any questions for me, chuck them out now and I will save them for later. Just keep those questions coming. Last 10 seconds. They're all going to make a mad break for it now. Here we go. 3, 2. Oh, Pirate Duck. I'm going to call it that. Number 7. I didn't even catch who number 7 was, but well done, number 7. You have won nothing. But that's all good because it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's all just a bit of fun. So next we're going to get on with a little bit of exhibition update news, whatever you want to call it. There's a fly in front of me, a MIDI thing, whatever. Right, so the exhibition's going absolutely amazing. I am over half filled now with vendors and YouTubers and stuff. So if you were planning on coming as a content creator or as a vendor and you haven't answered the email that I sent you, answer it sooner rather than later, just because they are filling up fast and soon I will have no spaces left on the site. But you can always come to the next one because we're planning 2 more next year. We're going to go up north in February and hopefully do the award ceremony as well, because that's going to be even bigger next year. I'm going to start sending out surveys halfway through this year sort of thing. And then we're going to do another one in August of next year, further down south as well. Good evening, Antboy UK. Thanks for showing up, buddy. The vendor limit, I've put a limit on it. There's going to be 10 vendors and about 5 content creators. So we're over halfway full already. So like I say, if you're interested and you haven't answered that email already, it's better to do it sooner rather than later. Even though I did put I put a time limit on it until like June or something. I can't actually remember without looking at the email, but it seems to be filling up so fast. You want to get on it sooner rather than later if you are coming. Ants Hood doesn't think he can make it. That sucks, Ants Hood. But I am doing that's what I was going to say. I'm going to be doing this live picnic table exactly like this over there. So whoever's passing in the crowd will be able to jump on with me, do a little like 5-10 minute interview. It's going to be great fun. So Ants Hood, you can still be involved. You can watch on that. And I'm also going to be streaming the whole day on my YouTube and my Twitch from like cameras, wherever, probably following me about or whatever. It's going to be a brilliant brilliant night. Ants, how do I get an email? Send me a message on Discord or something like that, Facebook, anywhere, or even send me an email via my website, the get in contact sort of page, and I can sort out one of those official invite emails for you, buddy. So yeah, like I say, there is big interest because lots of vendors want to get involved, lots of other people are getting involved. It's going to be really brilliant. Obviously, we're going to have some guest speakers as well. We're going to have, there's going to be food vans on site and all of that's getting sorted out as well. So it is just going to be a brilliant, awesome event. I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm going to make everyone happy because you've been asking so nicely. I will wear an ant suit, probably only for an hour or something. I'll walk about in an ant suit. Why not? Yeah, I promised it, so I'll do it. I'm just having a quick flick through the comments and everything. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to wear an ant suit. I've seen a couple now that people have sent to me, like in messages. They're like, "Oh, you can get this one." So I'm going to get myself an ant suit. I'll probably only wear it for an hour because it'll be smelting hot in August, won't it? It'll be absolutely boiling, we could say. Now I just gotta cough. Again, excuse me for my coughing. I've got a bit of a chest at the moment, but it is what it is. So what else is there in the exhibition update? There was a few things I needed to, or I wanted to talk to you about, but I can't even remember now. What a nightmare I am. Like I say, we're over halfway full. It's going to be an absolutely brilliant day. It's 20 quid. Under 13s go completely free. There's quite a few tickets, but they are already being sold, so that's quite exciting. So don't forget to get your tickets sooner rather than later if you can, because they will sell out. There's food on site, there's toilets, there's parking, there's hotels locally as well, loads of hotels locally, which is all going on the website as well soon, all the hotel details. And hopefully, excuse that under the hat, hopefully I'm going to try and work out like a discount with the hotels for you. No promises, but I'm going to see what I can do, work my magic, see if I can get a discount at one of the hotels. So if you want to book it that one, we can all sort of do it. We'll see what we can do, but no promises. Yeah, Bristol is an amazing city. I know Bristol very well. I got this venue strictly because I know Bristol very well, and I've got quite a lot of friends in Bristol. I'm doing an event in Bristol in about a month, I've got Bristol's Strongest Novice, which is a strongman event. Try living here. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, it's gonna be brilliant. What are we doing next? So next on my list is my auction. I'm not going to show you the ants because there's no point in exposing them to all the filming lights and everything else that I've got going on. But I have 2 Mesobarbarus queens, not together. Obviously, we know they don't go together. So one in one test tube, one in the other test tube. We've got 2 Mesobarbarus queens. I have a starting price of £8. Now I've been offered £8 for both of them. I'm going to give you the chance to outvote them, right? So I'm just reading chat. Right, so yeah, I'm going to give you the chance to outvote the guy who's offered £8 for these 2 Mesobarbarus queens. So starting now, if you want to go higher than £8, put in an amount. I'm going to leave it until, well, it's 12 minutes past now. I will leave it open till 20 minutes past, and then we will call it the end of the auction. Now, I might be doing a few more of these, if you know what I mean. We should have a game of Catch the Queen where Tom's in his ant suits. Yeah, all right, I'm up for that. I'm up for that. We'll do it in the car park or something. It'll be great fun. So yeah, I've got a bid of £10 from Dino at the minute. So does anyone want to go higher than £10? They will be posted to you 10.50 by Liam the Liam. So I legit have thought this. Okay, Jazz, I'm afraid I don't think 40 people get you much today, but £10.40 from B. So if anyone wants to outvote that, it's £10.50. I don't know what I'm saying. £10.40, £10.50 at the moment. £10.50 is the bid. You will get 2 Mesobarbarus queens in separate test tubes. They will be sent to you first thing in the morning. Ants Life UK. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. If I can't, then it'll probably get shut down, but we'll see. Dino's 1075. We'll say, if it gets me in trouble, I'll send them an email and say, I'm sorry, I didn't realise. 1076 from Ants Life UK. That's kind of 1p. Yeah, all right. It counts. I should have said there's like a minimum increase or something, but I didn't say that, so I can't change the rules now. I thought this would be a bit of fun. And if I don't get in trouble, then we can probably do a few more of these in the future. I have offers of queens all the time, obviously, and I have quite a good stock myself now. Not going to get shut down now. It is. yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I did check the rules and I couldn't see anything against it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm doing a selling channel. I think there is selling channels on YouTube. I don't know. So I'll have to. I'm sure I'll get an email if it's not allowed. But we'll see. Who wants a duck race whilst we wait? The bid is currently at £10.76 for Ants Life UK. Yeah, that's it. Nothing's really being sold. This is completely imaginary. You know, we all know that. Right, duck race coming up for the last 4 minutes. And then when the timer's up, that's the end of bidding for the imaginary Mesobarbarus. We have 15 people in the chat currently, so we have 15 ducks. Again, this is not to win anything, not currently. choose your numbers quickly because we will be starting in about 12 seconds. And like I say, at the end of this, it will be the end of the doodad, and whoever has won will be getting these imaginary ants sent to them in the post first thing in the morning. Now, the bid is currently on £10.76 with Ants Life UK. Does anyone want to try and outbid Ants Life UK? I believe 4 is free antimatters. I believe he is, yeah. Right, be the Liam, £10.78. Does anyone want to go to £11? Just because £10.78. How many workers? It is just the queen at the moment, queen and brood. So you just get 2 queens with brood. They currently have no workers. Two minutes left. Does anyone want to beat Liam by going to £11? Oh, Liam has just put in £11. Thank you very much, buddy. I actually really appreciate that. 3 is a geek. He's a doctor. You can't call a doctor a geek. They're going to be the ones saving your life one day, even if they are geeks. You can't bully a doctor. What do they say? Like, it's the kids which get bullied, which end up being your boss. I think that's what they say. Something like that, isn't it? Yeah, you can. Yeah, I suppose you can. You can bully anyone, really. Yeah. I've got quite a few Mesobarbarus colonies myself. I think they're really awesome ants. Last minute. And obviously, if you haven't been checking out my Discord, make sure you check out Discord, join the Discord and all of that. We're nearly at 100 members now, which means there's going to be massive changes coming to the server. Lots of cool stuff happening. So get on it now and you will see it from the start. Crispy duck. Yeah. Oh, I love crispy duck pancakes. They're well good, aren't they? Deal with that. Can deal with that. Your Barbarous have slowed to a stop. That's kind of sucky. Is that because they went into diapause? Right, here we go. Last 15 seconds. We are on £11 with Be the Liam. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. That is it. So, yeah, I was going to say that, James. It's probably the time of year, but we'll see. Hopefully they'll perk up in the next few months. Be the Liam, send me a message, buddy, and we will sort that out for you. Get them in the post first thing in the morning for you. Well done with your bidding. I thought that was a good bit of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. So we're cracking on pretty fast tonight. It's already 20 past. Ask me anything. Now, does anyone here have any questions for me? anything at all. Doesn't have to be about ants, could be literally anything. I will answer your questions. I've got a few questions here. What are my favorite ants? My favorite ants altogether in the entire world would probably be army ants. Now, I've said that quite a few times, I know that. But I do have quite a few other ants that I really, really like and enjoy. But army ants are definitely my favorite. Ants heard. Fought in Russia. Do you mean my thoughts on Russia? Scary. That's my thoughts on Russia, to be honest. I've told the missus, come and bang on the door if we end up going to war whilst I'm on my stream, because it is so close at the minute. I think they've sent like a letter to the Americans or something to like get out of Ukraine, basically, because they're going in. It's not looking great, but I try not to go too political on these streams, you know. But yeah, Russia's looking quite scary at the minute. But I've always said, right, if we go to war with Russia, I'm probably going to move to Russia, because let's be honest, I don't want to go to war with Russia. That sucks. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I'll go to try and stay out of it. Even when they come invading, I'll be like, I didn't even watch it on the news. I'm not involved. Go somewhere else. But that's it. She lays just not many. So Ants England, she's it might be to do with the temperature and whatnot. Mine basically have done that over the whole of winter. They've slowed right down, but still been laying, but slowed right down. They're just starting to perk up again now, actually. And since I moved to Blackhead Colony, they've been active every day. They're loving the bioactive environment, as I find most ants do. Oh, hey, Stein. I didn't see you popped into chat. Thank you for popping in. Is there any further questions for me, or shall I just carry on? Are you going to AntCon? And if so, am I buying you a beer? Yes, I am going to AntCon. I've got my ticket already, and of course I'll buy you a beer, buddy. I'll buy everyone a beer. I don't drink. I'll sit down and have a glass of Coke or something, but I will buy everyone who comes with me a beer, or you know what I mean. Not the whole AntCon, I hope, but yeah, all of you guys, I'll definitely buy you a beer because you're all awesome. Oh, Stein, you literally just missed the auction, buddy. Literally just missed the auction like 3 minutes ago we finished. But there probably will be more as long as I don't get in trouble from YouTube about doing it. Yeah, Hood, are you going to go to a gym? Basically, I'm not going to get a hotel when I go to AntCon. I'm going to go all the way there. Excuse me. Go there. I'm going to do the AntCon. And then, depending on the train times on how I'm getting home, I'll find a 24-hour gym, buddy, and just work out all night and then catch my train home in the morning and sleep it off the next day. You know, I think it's cheaper than a hotel for a start, but that's going to be what I got to do, because I can't miss a day of gym training. That would just be crazy. You have an alcohol pop, yeah, fair. See, I used to drink, but I just don't anymore. Who got them? B. Liam got them for £11. 2 Barbarous Queens for £11. So that's really decent, actually. Got yourself quite a good bargain there. Yeah, answer. I know you do, buddy. So we could definitely train together if you want to. If you think you can keep up. Ha ha ha. No, I'm joking, buddy. I'm sure you can keep up. But yeah, we could train together if you want. If you want to do that sort of thing, it'd be brilliant. Keep me company. I was just, like I say, I was planning on just getting 24-hour gym pass, because they do 24-hour gyms, don't they? There's one up here that runs when it's just like unmanned or whatever. So that was what I was planning. Yeah, 3 colonies. Yeah, definitely. That'll keep you busy. keep you busy, keep you entertained. Is there anybody that wants to jump on with me afterwards? Ants England, I know you said you're busy already. Hood, Stein, Dino, Beadley, anyone wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to jump on and have a little chat, talk about whatever you want, really, as long as it's not political or religious or offensive. So I'm just reading all your comments then. Yeah, you're going to have lots of fun having 3 colonies. What if someone wants to, I don't mind share. Yeah, that's really kind of you. Right, so what else have we got? I've got a question here. How many tattoos have I got? 3, I think. 1, 2. Yeah, 3. I've got that one, which is like fish and stuff. I got that one, which is my tribal thing, and I've got that one, which is like barbed wire mixed with vines and stuff. Kind of makes it look like it's more realistic than just barbed wire and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to get more tattoos. I am going to get loads more, but I've just never got around to doing them. I want a few things on my legs, and I'm going to get parts of my chest done as well. But I've just never got around to doing it. You know, the kids came along when I was 21, and that was the end of me getting tattoos, basically. But these are quite old now. I got this one when I was 18. I think, in fact, the fish was for my 18th birthday, and then the rest got built around it. Part 2 of that question, how many piercings have I got? None. I've got no piercings now. I haven't got an ant tattoo, but I was thinking of getting one like there, basically over the breast, but we'll see, like a little trail coming out of my armpit, but we'll see. How many piercings? I used to have a spacer in my ear, and I have had my lips pierced and other stuff, but I have no piercings left on my body. I took them all out for training and stuff. Tramp stamp. Oh, you don't want to have a tramp stamp. Well, I suppose whatever takes your fancy, but don't call it a tramp stamp. Especially if it's on yourself. That's not good, Ants England. Yeah, Ants Heard, you can't say you've got one really bad tattoo and not show us. You're going to have to come on stream and show us your really bad tattoo now, buddy. Stein, I'm sure you'll get loads of tattoos when you turn old enough. Is the limit the same over there? 18 you have to be for a tattoo? It is over in the UK, so I'm wondering if it is in the Netherlands. You were 16 when you got it, yeah. I think most people are quite, underage when they get that one. Yeah, Heard, we all want to see. Don't know, you'll have to show me. Yeah, Heard, you're going to have to show us, man. Everyone's asking. Liam, I will stream until I have nothing left to say, basically. As long as I've got something left to talk about, I'm still here for you. Your first was at 14. Wow. Yeah, I got my first at 18. I stuck to the rules. I'm a good boy. See, I've always been really well behaved, never get in any trouble, never drank, never smoked. Absolutely, clean as a whistle. Kind of. Yeah, I'm normally on to about 11 or midnight or whatever. Like I say, as long as I've got something to say, I shall happily stay here. And even if I've got nothing to say, I'll just put back on the tank and I'll go silent, I suppose, and let you chat. When you show us Heard, make of it. Yeah, okay. I think Heard's going to have to show us all at AntCon. He's going to have to get his tattoo out, and that sounds really bad. But everyone knows what I'm on about. I think we're all going to have to compare tattoos. And yeah. In fact, maybe we should all get ant tattoos. Like after AntCon, we should find a tattooist and all get ant tattoos. That'd be awesome. The guy won't know what the hell's going on. We're all walking and be like, we want some ants on our, what? There's like 20 of you. It'd be awesome. That would be awesome. We should all get ant tattoos. You want to get yours removed, Hud? Yeah, fair enough. I have seen quite a few people getting them removed lately. The technology is getting better, so it's definitely something that's doable. I'm pretty sure it's more painful than getting it though, so that would suck. Yeah, okay, B. If yeah, you're more than welcome to join me at any time that you want. I'll get anyone's logo for 1K. Yeah, all right. If I had a grand, I'd probably do that. Yeah, exactly. We should all get the same tattoo when we go to AntCon. All get the same tattoo, and it'd be awesome. Be like a little club, exclusive club. Has anyone heard of Mantis NI before? I think he's going to be coming on the stream very soon. He was originally Ants NI, which is Northern Ireland. He's pretty awesome, actually. He's a really nice guy. He sent me my Manakabu bidder absolutely ages ago, and then he went more onto the Mantis scene. Brilliant. But he's going to be there at the exhibition, actually. And I'm sure he wouldn't mind me telling everyone as well. So, yeah, that's going to be super cool. It's going to be slightly different. He's going to have ants and mantises, I think, or maybe just mantises, whatever. He's going to be there. But yeah, like I say, we've got quite a few really interesting people booked in for the exhibition so far. So I'm just reading your comments. They're spending a night getting drunk. Ain't getting drunk. My awesome company is worth $1,000 at least. So after AntCon, you can get my logo tattooed on your face. Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you, buddy. I think we're going to have to agree with that. I completely back that Ants Hood company is worth over $1,000. So yeah, if you're going to spend time with Ants Hood, it's an Ants Hood tattoo on your face. $17 tattoos. If that 14 plus. Okay, I missed that completely. That's an insane amount of tattoos. You might have to show us them as long as they're in appropriate places. Good evening, KB. Thank you for joining. Like I said, if you have any questions for me, I am here to answer any questions that you have about absolutely anything, ants or un-ant related. That's a word, un-ant related. Yeah, that works. Yeah, ask me anything. I have got a few more questions here as well. What got me into ants? Thank you, being Liam. It was a long time ago. I was like a little kid. I always wanted an ant colony. It's one of those things, you're just sitting there watching ants. I wanted to watch them dig. I think I saw those like Dr. Milton ones, whatever they are. And that's what really got me wanting an ant colony. My mum always said no. Then I went into foster care. It was always no. You can't really have pets when you're in foster care. So then when I got on my own place, when I was 18, I got some really rubbish colony formicarium, basically. It was rubbish formicarium, came with rubbish advice. It was basically saying, go and get some ants from a nest and just chuck them in there. Like, you didn't get it was rubbish. It was just absolutely rubbish. So that's where it got like sort of, I wanted to do more. So eventually I got my own queens and stuff and just sort of spiraled out of control from there. But it was ages ago that I wanted to start. I actually started keeping ants properly about 13 years ago. Well, I say properly, I had them since I was 18. So yeah, it'll be 13 years this year. And then it's only been like 2 or 3 years that I've actually had proper colonies. I think this is probably the third year. Yeah, third year that I've had proper ant colonies now. Good night, Diana. Thanks for coming in and chatting. I'll see you tomorrow. You hate beer. I haven't, even when I did drink, I didn't drink beer. It was too gassy. I always drank whiskey or rum, basically. Bit of Jägermeister and spirits like that is basically what I would stick to. It get you drunk properly, doesn't it? I'm Irish, so kind of whiskey is my thing. But yeah, I don't drink beer. Well, I haven't drank in years now because of all the athlete stuff I do. I just don't drink. But when I did drink, yeah, can't do over beer. Yeah, well, we'll say nothing about that on the streams. What ants do you have native to your island? Now, that's an interesting question, answered. I have found quite a few different ants. I found Myrmecoruba, I found Lasius, Nigers, and Phallus, of course. But I haven't really found many, like, interesting ones. Haven't found any Formica or Camponotus or anything like that. It's just lots and lots of Lasius, Nigers, lots of Phallus, and quite a bit of Myrmecoruba, actually. Which was interesting, I thought. I thought it was really cool to find the Myrmecoruba, but they were right outside of a youth club, actually. So the youth club said that people were getting stung by these ants. Could I come have a look and see what the ants are? And I said, you've got Myrmecoruba there. So I actually tried to move the colony. It didn't work. So they ended up exterminating the colony. But I did manage to get loads of workers, but the queens just weren't there. And it was quite a substantial colony. So there was probably multiple queens as well. You know, it just wasn't happening. So they exterminated that colony for the safety of the kids, basically. It's fair enough, isn't it? So since the beginning of the year, I did some research and saw there was amazing stuff out there. Yeah. I mean, there is some amazing people, amazing vendors out there making really good products these days. Like I say, the hobby over the last like 4 or 5 years has just rapidly expanded and got so much better than when I first started. When I started, there was very little information about keeping ants properly. Or catching ants. There was a bit, but the information wasn't that great. It was basically, it wasn't wrong, but it wasn't great. So yeah, in the last few years, the ant keeping hobbies just got absolutely insane. You got people making awesome nests, people developing new technologies, people bringing in all these new ant species that we haven't quite seen before, or it's awesome these days. I'm loving it as an ant enthusiast. I love all the new things that are happening in the ant world, and that's why I want to help evolve it with like the shows and things like that. I'm all about connecting people, bringing everyone together, having fun. Yeah, I thought that ants hood, but I did read somewhere that we do get a couple of species of campo, but I'm not sure how commonly they're found, to be honest, or if my information might have been wrong. But there's like 50, I think we said 53 species the other night, 53 different species in the UK, which is an insane number of ants, really. I've never found 53 or even close to 50 different species in the UK. Liam, I'm happy that we found you as well, because you're an absolutely awesome person, buddy. You are a good friend as well. So yeah, we're glad to have you here. Yeah, David, it's like I say, it's getting much better, and everyone's doing a lot more research these days. Like I say, the development of these smart nests Boy UK, you can back me up on this. That's, revolutionized ant keeping as well. Having to see it on your phone. It's just, Kevin, you can back me up as well. Kevin showed me his graph system, whatever he's got on his phone. Awesome. Having that sort of control over your ant colonies makes things so much easier than having to manually go up and check every colony. Because if you're like me, they're just sort of everywhere, and you got to remember to go around to everyone. But the technologies being developed for ant keeping are just, developing amazingly. The hydration systems and airflow and everything like that is really starting to be taken into account a lot more. So yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, Ant Boy stuff is awesome. I think we can all agree Ant Boy stuff, and this isn't because he's in the chat. We all like Ant Boy stuff. It's really good quality, well made and well designed. You know what I mean? I've got quite a few Ant Boy nests myself and Outworlds, and yeah, I like them. See, Happy Ant UK, I might be wrong. Like I say, I'm open to correction, but I thought there was at least one species of Campo that can be found in the UK. Okay, Stein, there you go. Stein saying there's no Campos in the UK. We need to get a really good list of these 53 different ant species, because I'd really like to know what they are. I've only really seen Formica and stuff when I'm out in the wilds, we could say, out in the forests and stuff like that. When I was doing my survival training, we came across big Formica nests, and they basically said stay away from them because there are lots of ants and all of that. And I stood there for about 20 minutes telling everyone about what these ants were, and yeah, people didn't care. They were hungry. But yeah, survival training was awesome. What else we got? Massive ants near me with the size of Ant Boy. Such a cat. Yeah, Ant Boy is a catchy name as well. It kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Yeah, the Bluetooth temperature and humidity monitors. They're gonna they're the next step of ant keeping. I think like technology being worked into it is the next step of what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? Yeah, so Ant Boy, if you're with us, what is the smallest smart nest that you do? Because Liam's saying he needs to expand his colonies more before he can use it. What is the smallest ones that you do? Do you have them for founding stage, or are they just for the larger nests? That would be interesting. In fact, Ant Boy, you need to come on for an interview at some point, just so we can talk about all the different nest qualities, or you know what I mean. Just for that, it's worth coming on. Here you go, Ants England. My Nikos are in an Ant Boy nest. Some camps are in a wooden one, but I've fallen in love with the new Generation 3 Wakushi. Yeah, that's fair. I haven't actually got any of the new Generation 3 stuff yet. I don't have anything that I need to buy at the moment, so I'm not. I'd love to try it, but I just, you know what I mean? There's no point in me buying it if I haven't got a colony to go in it. Simple as that. Yeah, see, now macro cameras to nests, I think might be a step too far. You'd want magnifying, I don't know, but that the money involved in adding macro lenses and things onto Nest. But yeah, I mean, you can always get a Wi-Fi cam and stuff like that. That's what I've got in a couple of my setups, and they go straight to my iPad, which I keep upstairs next to my bed, so I can basically watch them all day and all night if I want to. Ants Hood says, I'm not a fan of sensors. Think they needlessly push up the cost of nests. Thinking that is super sensitive to climate, like leaf cutters, I get, but other ants not really. Yeah, that is fair. See, I'm half and half. I like to have them just to like, if I'm doubting myself, kind of a fallback. I like to have them, if you know what I mean. But you can tend to tell if the colony's dry or needing water just by their what's the word for it? What they're doing. You know what I mean? You can see that they are looking for more water or whatever. And if they're all starting to leave the nest, they probably aren't wet enough. So you can kind of tell by their behaviors. That's the word. Can you share one of? Can you share links of the one you use? What that I use? I got completely confused there. Yeah, Jazz, links to what that I use, because I completely forgot that one, I'm afraid. If you're on about sensors, you can find them really cheaply on Amazon and eBay and things like that. But again, they're not always 100% accurate, because I've seen it before. I think Big Ross did it. He had one and he had another one right next to each other, and they were both showing different humidities and temperatures. So they're not always 100% accurate, you know, but I like to have it just as a fallback. But like I say, you get to know the behaviors of your colonies. Oh, the cameras. Yes, let me see. I might be able to get it up. Oh, okay. Apparently, I've just been like, you know, I'm on an island. They've just shut the causeway, so I'm officially on an island now. There's no way off. So I might be stuck here for a while. As long as we've got power. The power's gone off 3 times today. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So I'm glad it's working now. We'll say that. Ant Ramblings, I had 8 sensors set up with 8 different readings. There you go. So they're not always accurate. You know what I mean? I am looking back to find the camera that I use, but it's literally just a Wi-Fi camera. It also has night vision and can put in a memory card, so you can film for 24 hours without stopping. It's so far back, it's not even on my list anymore, I'm afraid. But I can definitely find out for you. Good evening, Crazy Antics. Thanks for popping in. Right, so what have I missed? Yeah, I've actually got loads of different cameras. I've got like macro cameras, action cameras, Wi-Fi cameras, my webcam cameras. I've got a proper DSL whatever camera, but I never really use it because it's big and it takes time to get out and set it up. And by that time, the ants have stopped doing what you want to do. So, yeah. David, you've got 2 Tar Heel hearths connected with tubing and mold is forming in the tubing. Should you be worried or any fixes? Now, it's not great that there's mold, to be honest. It depends on the type of mold and how bad it is. I would probably just try and replace it, split them apart, get that piece of tubing out, put in a brand new piece of tubing that's been like fresh out the box, cleaned, you know, a fresh bit of tubing, and see if it happens again. If it happens again, then it's something that ants are doing, because obviously it's a clean environment that you're putting in. And there's not much that you can do to avoid that. It's just going to keep happening. Try adding springtails and things like that. If they can combat the mold, you might get lucky that way. But really, it's one of those things. If the ants are going to keep dragging like a dead body into that connecting tube, eventually you're going to end up with issues. You know what I mean? You've got to keep those areas as clean as you can. But it's interesting that like I say, it's forming in the tube. So you find out the cause is my diagnosis. Yeah, find out the cause. See what the ants are doing once you put in a fresh piece of tube. See if they're like storing rubbish in there or something like that. Playing Star Wars. Black isn't mold. Yeah, the black mold isn't actually like, if you get black mold in your test tubes and stuff like that, it can get really bad before you have to worry. It's not actually that harmful to the ants at all. they can live through it. Obviously, it's better to be in a clean environment, but I would weigh up the fact of changing them regularly between tubes, disrupting the colony, and letting it go a bit further, if you know what I mean. I'd weigh it up before I change those tubes strictly due to a bit of mold. But black mold, like you say, it shouldn't really be much of an issue. If you want to share that video with me, buddy, I'm actually putting, you know, I do my review videos. I'm putting one together with lots of clips that ant fans send me. So if you've got a cool clip, anyone in the chat, if you've got a cool clip of your ants, send it through to me and I shall do a little review of loads of different people's ants, and it'll be a bit of fun, you know. I like my ants on a rock reviews. Tom, what are my future plans for the shop? The shop, right, is developing in many ways. It's mainly, like I say, the subscription service that I am offering, because I'm not too bothered about the shop. The subscription service is going to develop with, like, there's going to be an advanced one, an exotic one, and all these different kind of subscription boxes that you could get. And then basically anything that's in these subscription boxes, you'll be able to buy in my shop separately. So we've got like ants, we've got merchandise, we've got some bioactive stuff. We've got all sorts of stuff happening. Yeah, thanks for saying that, Stein. There is 17 people watching and only 7 likes. At one point we had 25 people watching, I believe. So that's all right. You don't have to like the video if you don't like it, but if you feel like dropping me a like, press that button and whatnot. Yeah. So yeah, future plans for the shop is basically there's going to be loads of new ants. At the minute I've only got Lasius niger, Lasius flavus, and Mesobarbarus. I'm not going to name what I've got coming, but I've got some exotics. I've got some slightly harder ants. I've got loads of different ants. I've got loads of different merchandise, bioactive stuff, plants, substrates, basically everything that you could possibly need for your ants. There's even going to be foods, everything that you could possibly need for your ants. You're probably going to be able to get it on my shop. Simple as that. But most of these products are not like my products. I'm going to be selling some other people's products because obviously they've provided them for the boxes and they've given me permission to sell their products on their behalf. So I'm just making that clear. It's not something that I'm making. It's kind of everything, you know what I mean? I'm just here to help everyone get the best quality stuff that they can, you know. So I've got some very good quality stuff and it will be on the website. League of Legends. That's not one I've heard about, Antboy. If you want to let us know what that is. What do I play on my phone? There's one I play on my phone at the minute. I say at the minute. I haven't played in months upon months. Conqueror World War III or something like that. And that's pretty intense. It's like up to 100 players, all the different countries involved. And yeah, it's really intense, actually. That's a good one. But I don't get much time, as we know, to sit down and play. I'm always doing one thing or another. I call it work. My missus calls it doing nothing, but we'll see. We'll see who comes out on top. Oh, no, laughing. I can't remember the words. Words escaped me. You all know that. Okay, see the PC, I really like my games on PC. Rome, Total War, all the Total War series actually amazing on PC. What was the other one I've been playing? I've been playing Fallout 4 on the Xbox. Has anyone played Fallout? The Fallout series is amazing, absolutely amazing. Fallout, but I like all the lore behind it, so I'm really into things with lore. So Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones is all right, but it's a bit too sexualized for me. Anything with a lot of lore behind it is the sort of thing that I can really get my teeth into. Like you said, yeah, Fallout is awesome. Like, I just like the storyline of it and how they've developed it from this small little idea into what they have. Basically, it's a great story. Yeah, see, I have got Call of Duty and things like that, but I'm not too bothered about playing it. I had the Call of Duty on my phone, and without sounding big-headed, it was too easy. I was never dying. I used to do the like big open world maps and stuff, and I'd normally be the last one on the map, so I actually gave up playing Call of Duty. In fact, there was another one, Badlanders or something. That one was good. If you got shot, you literally lost all your stuff. So when you come back into the game, like respawn, you've got nothing. You got to start with just your bare hands and kill someone to get there. It was a good game, but it was really hard. Like, I used to play in like a completely silent room, so you could hear people coming up behind you and the footsteps and stuff. Amazing, really great game. Fallout is ace, but not 76. I haven't played Fallout 76 yet. That's the only one of the series I haven't played. It's maybe all online, isn't it? Stein, you've got a very important question. Shoot away, buddy. Yeah, Fallout 76, I think it's all online. So I'll get around to playing it just because I like the series, you know, I'll definitely give it a go. But if it's rubbish, that sucks. Yeah, survival games. I do like survival games and what they call them, strategy games. That's kind of my forte, strategy and forward thinking. As you know, my brain never stops. I'm waiting to see this question, Stein. What's your really important question? Will I marry you? I'm afraid I can't, buddy. I'm already married. I don't wear a ring. I don't wear a ring. I used to have a ring, and then it kind of came off, and I lost it. So, but my missus lost her ring, and I had to buy her a new one. So it's fine because she did the same. So there should be in fact in this room there should be 2 rings like somewhere, but I'd be damned if I can find it. I've had furniture out and everything, but yeah, I can't marry you, buddy. I'm sorry. Only question is your insurance company is trying to get a hold of you. See, yeah. This storm is just destroying everything around us. Like, all the fences have come down, people's roofs have come down, trees have come down. This storm's destroying everything. So I think the insurance companies are going to be having quite a few phone calls in the next few days. Did everyone catch my video? Came out yesterday. If you haven't seen it, have a little look. Shows the Polyrhacus dice, but it also shows my crabs have had more babies. I think 3 more. Way to ruin the fun. Sorry, Stein. Yeah, so I think I've got 3 more baby crabs, which brings our total up to 8 now. It was only a few days ago that we were saying we don't know if there's going to be more and more, and it was going to keep going after those other ones. But they're definitely doing well. Yes, I have crabs. Everyone knows I have crabs. Thank you very much. They're not down there. They're in my tank. Yeah. And they all have names. Actually, no, I don't think we've named the new ones, have we? We've got Merlin, we've got Tamatoa, we've got Mr. Krabs. But I don't think we've named any of the babies yet. So there's 5 more to be named at some point. If I see any of them come out, I will move the camera. At the moment, there's just tons and tons of ants. Who wants to see the ants? There's ants everywhere. There's isopods, there's beetles. I did a little trick tonight. So as well as feeding them their waxworms, or what I would normally do, and I either do waxworms or roaches, you know, I put some protein jelly. Now, I got sent this protein jelly from Best Ants UK. It's really good stuff, and the colonies love it. So I put some of that basically all over the place, a little bit on the log, a little bit on the rock, all over the place, just to like give the beetles something to eat, the isopods something to eat. everyone something to eat, so they're not necessarily fighting over those waxworms. I do things like this quite often. I'll do the main feeding and then I'll do secondary feeding ports all around the tank so everyone gets a little bit of food. So yeah, I'm thinking I'll show you what's going on in the tank. So let's do a 30-second timer whilst I move the camera. Is it standard protein jelly? It's not like one of those jelly pots. It actually comes in a little test tube, not test tube, a syringe. So I think he sells it. I'm not sure, but he sent it to me as like a little gift. Yeah, it's like I say, it's really good stuff. So I'm not sure if all protein jellies are the same. That's interesting. I will have to start asking people basically what it's made from and things like that and work out what's actually going on there. Tom, how's the Manuka? Manuka rubida are doing so much better now that in their natural formicarium. They really just need that like extra moisture and things like that, which they weren't getting in that other formicarium, the Outworld. Even though I added in sphagnum moss on that side and things on that side, and I was wetting it all, like the humidity was definitely rising. It was really quite wet in there at times, but it just wasn't the right environment. So yeah, for Manuka rubida, and I know a lot of people which have struggled with Manuka rubida. So mine are now in this natural formicarium. I've already seen a worker increase from like 3 or 4 to probably around 10 now. So they're doing really well, really, really well. Because what's that been, like a month, maybe just over a month since they moved in? So yeah, they moved all their eggs in. All the eggs have advanced really fast and hatched into new workers already. I'm hoping they've got another batch coming up soon, but I cannot see them. I wrote it in a Ants Canada large tower thing, large tower thing. I can't see their tunnels going about yet, and they're kind of there, but they're not there. And then they only come out when I feed them, but they're doing really well. Right, 30-second timer is going on, and I'm showing you the tank. And there we are. That's the Polyrhachis dives. I don't know if it's like really glitchy, really blurry, probably because I've got bad signal. But there's the Polyrhachis dives. David, you've got a Camponotus queen, which is monster. Can't seem to find any stuff they eat. Is it just the queen on her own, or have you actually got workers? Because she might not be eating just because she wants to be left alone, if you know what I mean. It's a bit blurry. I shall see what I can sort. 1 second. And if it really sucks, I will change it back to my blurry face. See you later, Stein. Thanks for coming in and checking it out, buddy. It's always nice to have you in. Massive thanks to you, as always, for being a mod. You are awesome, buddy. So yeah, I think I'm going to get back to my blurry face. Let's do that quickly. Sorry about that. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? There you go, you got me again. Yay, and all of that. David said if she's got 5 workers and they don't really venture out for her, I wouldn't worry too much. Might mean they're all full, to be honest. If they're not using it, then they're going to be storing it. So they shouldn't let their queen starve. I would just try not to rush it, because I've got quite a few colonies like that, and it's just ever so occasionally that they will eat. But I do find, right, this protein jelly actually has managed to get all of my Camponotus colonies eating. They've all come out and had it. I don't know what it is about it. The minute I put it out, they are on it. Even the Hercs, which do nothing, absolutely nothing. They very rarely come out. They very rarely eat. So yeah, I was quite surprised with that. Yeah, that's a good one. Ants England put the food in the test tube. Yeah, I will get full fiber broadband and all of that lot very soon. It's in the works. I've just put it this way, I'm quite well invested in everything else that I'm doing at the minute, but I will get full fiber broadband installed very soon. So these streams are just better. Let's say this storm is just destroying it, destroying the internet, destroying connections. But I think everyone on the island's struggling, to be honest. We've not had good internet all day. That's the problem with living in the middle of the ocean. If you've been on my Discord, I've been posting pictures of the waves down here. It's pretty rough, pretty insane. Like, I don't know how high the waves are. They're not quite coming over the roofs of the houses yet, but they are pretty big. Pretty scary, actually. It's like you wouldn't want to get caught out in it. Right, so what else was I going to say? Because you're here, Kevin, I may as well say I'm super excited to send out the first subscription boxes this month. It's going to be brilliant, and you'll be receiving yours. Obviously, the colonies that you're going to be receiving are doing really well. They have quite a few workers already, been eating and active, and I'm quite enthusiastic about these particular colonies. Actually, you will get your care guide, and you will get a full walkthrough as well from me, which will tell you where I caught them, when I caught them, what I fed them on, their whole story with me so far. And it will also tell you when you need to feed them next and what you need to do with that colony, step 1, step 2, all the way through to whenever, you know what I mean. So you're going to get all of that. Yeah, that's in the first subscription package. In the first one, you get Lacius Niger. You get hello Antscapes. Thanks for popping in, buddy. In the first one, you get Lacius Niger. You get your fact file. You get your fact file sheets. You get foods for your ants. I can't remember without looking all the way through my massive notebook here. You get foods for your ants, you get your colony, you get the fact file, you get the sheets, you get the care guide, and you get your walkthrough. And like I say, the walkthrough alone is quite awesome, I think, because it gives you the full story of your particular colony. Because obviously I know what's happened with all of the different colonies. So it will tell you when they've been fed, when they were caught, everything. And then it will tell you what you need to do next, and when they're due your next feed, and this and that, and how I've worked my schedule will basically be passed on to you through that. And then, yeah, that's the first month, and then there's second month, blah, blah, blah. It goes on all year, you know, and then over the whole year, you'll get basically the 3 colonies. You'll have 3 different formicariums for them. You'll have loads of care guides and fact sheets to go in your fact file. You'll have the full walkthroughs and stories of your ant colonies as well. So that's pretty cool. That will get sent to you as a PDF as well. I'm hoping once I've got all of that sorted out as well, it should be automatic that you'll get it as a PDF as well. And that way you've got it forever, even if you lose your fact file. I can't remember what else, but yeah, you get pretty much everything. You get all the bioactive stuff, because one of the colonies is bioactive that we're sending you. So you get isopods, springtails, the substrate, basically everything that you need for that bioactive environment as well. You get all the foods for all 3 colonies. I can't remember, but you literally just get pretty much everything for the whole year. It's going to be awesome. All the tweezers, all the cotton, pretty much everything like that you should need for the whole year. It's going to be awesome. But we've got quite a few people signing up to the subscription service already. It's going quite well. And like I say, if you want to get involved on that, get on it, basically. I can't wait to start sending them out this month. Even the boxes, like the packaging boxes, I've kind of gone over the top with the packaging boxes and things like that, just to make it a bit more special. You know what I mean? I love it. You know what I mean? I love it. I want to see the smiles on people's faces when they're opening these boxes, or imagine the smiles on people's faces when they're opening their boxes. And every month they're going to be getting something different. They don't know exactly what's going to be in the box. It's going to be awesome. You know what I mean? Super exciting every month. So I'm just catching up on the chat. Yeah, roaches eat absolutely everything. Like my roach set up down there probably has about 2,000 in at the minute. I'm just not really touching it at the minute. I'm getting through waxworms and stuff. I've just had a question come through from I Cut Shapes on Twitch, and they're asking what's every month. So I run a subscription service, I Cut Shapes. Every month you'll receive a box to your door or the address that you give me, basically, and you will get ant colonies, the formicarium, all the foods to go with them, care guides, walkthroughs, a fact file thing. You get loads of stuff, and it's basically you get a box of ant stuff every month for my subscription service. So if you want to check it out, check out the antsontherock.com website. It will be on Google very soon. There's so much stuff to get a website on Google. Like the ISO stuff is just, there's a lot to do. So it is a bit of a pain, but I'll be on Google soon, like properly. I hope Antscapes, you've missed 2 duck races, buddy. You've missed the auction, you've missed the duck races, you've missed the exhibition update. You've missed quite a lot so far, but I will put on a duck race in a minute. We'll all have a really cool duck race. I Cut Shapes, thank you for saying that's cool. I've tried to make it as awesome as I can, basically give the best products that I can. And thank you for subscribing or following as well, I Cut Shapes. That's absolutely awesome of you. So basically, like I say, I've tried to get in like lots of different companies that I would use myself. I tried to get them involved so I can give you a little business card with the piece of equipment from that particular company. So, like, you know, it gives you the full, what's the word, repertoire? Is that the word? It gives you a full, like, everyone that I've used to get these boxes together, and then you know where to get these really good, useful products from, instead of going to someone who might not have something as good or might try and rip you off. It's just a great way of getting these good vendors out there, you know what I mean? Things like that. Thank you for saying it's pretty amazing. That really does mean a lot. I've really thought long and hard about trying to do it. So I'm just going to answer questions here from I Cut Shapes because it's coming through. How did I get into ants? I did say earlier, but I'll say again for your benefit. I've always wanted ants, basically, always wanted ants ever since I was young, and I wasn't allowed them as a child, and I wasn't allowed them as a teen because I was in foster care. But the minute I got out on my own into my own flat when I was 18, I went and got my first ant colony, and it was rubbish. The information was rubbish, but it was a start, you know. And over time, I got more and more into it. It spiraled out of control, to be honest. 3 years ago, I started like properly ant keeping, getting more and more. And over the last year or so, I've now turned what I had 2 colonies to start with. I've now got 35 different colonies. So I absolutely love my ants, but I have lots of other stuff as well. Scorpions, stick insects, vampire crabs, millipedes, beetles, isopods, springtails, lots of stuff. loads of stuff that I keep and breed and whatever, but it is mainly the ants for me because I absolutely love my ants. And hello, Beta Liam. Beta Liam has just signed off on YouTube and is now in Twitch. So everyone knows. Have they ever gotten loose? They do get loose very rarely, right? So we use barriers in the ant keeping hobby, normally of PTF oil sort of stuff, or as I use with my big tanks, it's talcum powder mixed with rubbing alcohol. It becomes like a paste and you rub it around the top of the tank. When it dries, it's so brittle that when the ants try to walk over it, they fall basically with the talcum powder. So you can kind of see where they're starting to break through, if you know what I mean, and that's kind of how you keep on top of it. I have had escapes. My Polyrhacus dive weaver ants escape quite regularly. Well, not regularly, they've done it twice. They've got a wire which comes out of their tank and they quite happily leave via that wire, but only when the conditions in the tank are wrong, because the conditions outside the tank are not suitable for them. It's colder outside the tank, so they tend to stay in the tank when they can. If they're starting to leave, it's because the tank is flooding or something's going wrong generally. The time they left before, the pump was backfiring basically, and the water was just flooding out their nest, flooding everything, so they decided to evacuate. But generally, we try not to let them escape. Subi, yeah, I do have 35 colonies, but they're all well looked after and well loved. You know what I mean? Like, I love every single one of my pets. A massive amount. I can't even go into it. It's hard to explain with ants, but I do love my pets. I love my colonies. Yeah, I've got 35, but it keeps me very busy. Keeps my mind happy. Is that what? I'm satisfied. Yeah, I am satisfied now. But I never expected it to get like this. But I was like, oh, I really want that one. And I really want this one. And I've got to have that one. You know, so it just kind of spiraled. And yeah, 35 colonies. But I look after them all really well. Every single colony gets my full attention when they need it. Ants England is asking, any regrets with ant keeping or mistakes? All the time. I make mistakes all the time. My hands are rubbish. I shake, and I'm not very good with like tweezers and things like that. My hands are rubbish for ant keeping, basically. I have strongman hands. I am a strongman. I lift big, heavy weights. I don't do small, intricate things very much. So yeah, I always struggle and make mistakes when I'm using tweezers and stuff. That's why I much prefer the tubs and tubes method to feeding in a test tube, because it's just harder for my hands. I've dropped quite a few colonies as well. I've seen them. I told you, I saw a colony went to roll off the side. I did like a ninja move, and that was more like Spider-Man, but you get the idea. I caught that ant colony. But yeah, I've made quite a few mistakes. My Lasius flavus colony, I put them into a tiny little formicarium, but it was still way too early and they all passed away. That was a big mistake. I do make mistakes, but I learn from them. I don't really regret my mistakes. Like, there is one colony that I regret. One of my first ant colonies, actually, they were in the test tube, and I had the heat cable around the front of the test tube. I don't know, I just didn't take notice of it, but it had slipped down, got knocked or whatever, and it was heating the water section. And the pressure inside the test tube changed. It completely flooded that ant colony and killed them all. There was a queen, at least 10 workers, and probably around 1 million eggs. No, not 1 million, but there was a lot of eggs, you know, and I was so devastated. Like, I nearly cried. No, we won't go that far. I was really devastated, and I had to, like, yeah, I had to take a bit of time to get over that. Like, yeah, I was very invested in that colony, so I do regret that one. But I try not to regret my mistakes. I learn from them and do better next time.
David, your only regret is getting pogos. Pogos are awesome, but they can be a little bit, what's the word? Overwhelming at times. They've got quite a substantial growth rate. Jazz is asking, what can I bench? What can I now? I will. Who wants to try and guess what I can bench? My bench press record. Bear in mind, I do train a lot. I weigh 74 kilograms myself, but I am a strong man. So see what you think I can guess. See what you can guess that I can bench. 265, 120, 120. Right, now, honestly, bench press is one of my least favorite exercises. In strongman, you don't do bench press. Bench press is a powerlifting exercise. In strongman, you do more like other stuff. So in all honesty, it's 105 kilograms for bench press, but I can do that for 10 reps. I have no real need to go heavier than that on the bench press. For overhead press, I can overhead press 140 kilograms, which is almost double my body weight. For a deadlift, right, yeah. So for a deadlift from the floor, I can lift 252 kilograms. That is 3 and a bit times my body weight, which is technically Olympic standard at that. What about bicep curl? I haven't. Right, I can be honest, right? Completely honest. I haven't really been doing a lot of like bicep curls and things for getting heavy weight at the minute. I'm doing lower weight for higher reps to work on stamina and things like that for the strongman. But I think my record was something like 46 kilograms. But like that's like, you know what I mean? You're struggling a bit. On the singular, I can do 24 kilograms because I've got a 24. Hang on. Oh, this one is about 24. I can get a few out. How many push-ups? If you look on my Facebook, just show us the muscles. I'm not going to start flexing on my streams just because I'm not. If you go on my Facebook, though, on my athlete Facebook, you can see my record for press-ups. Now, last year during COVID, was it last year? No, 2 years ago during COVID, I raised some money for my local hospital. I did 2,800 press-ups. And I raised just over $1,000, just under $1,000, something like that for my hospital. So that was pretty cool. But I do all sorts, you know. My biggest Atlas stone I've lifted is 100 kilogram. I can squat 140. My yoke walk, actually, my yoke walk's 270. Now that's pretty impressive. But like I say, I do this as like a living. I train every day, up to 5, 6, even 7 hours a day. So I wouldn't recommend trying it unless you know what you're doing. Start small. I've got a really brilliant coach as well. He's got like the strongest overhead press in the Southwest or something like that. Brilliant guy, brilliant coach. So yeah, if you're going to train, definitely go and train, but I wouldn't recommend doing what I do because you can damage yourself really badly. I don't worry about that because I'm already badly damaged. I've got a question from Antscapes. What's the favourite thing you like about keeping a new colony? Well, it's always super exciting when you get a new colony, isn't it, Ryan? You know that, buddy. Like super, super exciting. You just want to feed them. You want to watch them. It's just that excitement. That's what I enjoy. Like, I love watching them. I love feeding them. But that excitement is like a little kid, isn't it? You're jumping up and down. And, what are that? That's what I really, really love. But I like to watch all their different traits and see how they kind of react differently. My bullet ants are completely different to my Polyrhacus dives, completely different to Lasius niger. You know, I love to see all the different things that they get up to, the different ways they interact with their environments. To be honest, I just like to see them up close as well, actually seeing these ants in detail, because a lot of them I haven't seen before. I haven't been to many countries, and because of my health conditions, I can't actually travel to other countries. So, you know, it's my only way that I'm ever going to experience these awesome, awesome ants. Peter Liam, 2 bags of sugar. Yeah, cheers, man. Oh, I didn't finish both yours voices are soothing. No, I'm not going to start showing muscles. I think we should all give Tom an arm. Now, you could do arm wrestling. Now, that's one thing I don't train for, believe it or not. If you want to all give me an arm wrestle, I'd be well up for that. It'd be great fun. I'll even go left hand. Right, this shoulder got broken in a boxing match. They punched me so hard that the joint, it's like that, it snapped straight across. So the socket just literally pulls out. If I was to do that, like flick my arm out, my whole shoulder would just pop out. It's really easily done. They advise me not to box. They advise me not to lift weights. Everything they say don't do, I go and do. So yeah, you know what I'm like. But yeah, I'll happily give you left hand arm wrestles, right hand arm wrestles. We'll do whatever. Double hand arm wrestles if you really want. Without sounding cocky, but you know what I mean? It'll just be a good bit of fun. If someone can beat me, I'll give you a 3 ant colony. How about that? Ants Hood, do I not work? I do work. I work a full-time day job. I get up in the morning, I go for my morning run, then I'll do some of my PT sessions because I'm a personal trainer as well. So I'll do a couple of PT sessions early morning, then I'll get the kids to school, then I'll do a whole day at work, then I'll come back, go to the gym, do whatever I gotta do, or like at the computer. Sometimes I'll even be lifting weights whilst I'm here. Like in the morning, I'll try and get in a body weight thing, and I literally fill it in. I've got dumbbells literally next to my kettle, so if I flick the kettle on, I'll whack out a quick 50 reps. You know, like I don't need to sleep. Basically, I generally go to bed at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll nap when I need to nap. Like, yeah. But yeah, I do work. I work technically 3 jobs. But I've always done that. Even when I worked full time for the council, I worked 80 hours a week because I was just doing so much. Your dad did strongman, Jazz. That's really cool. So I love strongman. I looked into powerlifting, but it's just not for me. I like lifting the big heavy rocks, to be honest. Atlas stones are awesome. My log press, I've got a 63 kilogram log that I lift up and press above my head and stuff. I love the manly implements. Let's be honest. Strongman's quite a manly sport. In all of the weightlifting, strongman's probably the manliest. That's what I like to do. The Atlas stones are just my absolute favorite. I've never come second though, but what it is I am meant to compete in the under 80 kilogram categories, but I compete in open because there's none locally. So I've never really come high up because quite often I'm against guys twice my size. But that's all going to change. After this next competition in March, which is Bristol's Strongest Novice, I am taking a whole year to just train and not compete. And then I'm going to do Britain's Strongest Under 80 Kilogram Man. So that's going to be awesome. If I can do that, then I could go into England and the Worlds. And if I can become World's Strongest Under 80 Kilogram Man, that's pretty phenomenal. When it comes to numbers, like I'm not actually that far off quite a few world records and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if my body packs in before I can do it, you know. Ants Hood, I completely agree. It can be a struggle managing time. What I do is I set myself lots of jobs to do every day. I've got my notebook. I'm constantly writing in jobs. And I just tick them off as I go, you know. If I can squeeze something in, get something done, I'll tick that off, and try and just only have a couple to take over to the next day. I've actually got a list of jobs with about 40 jobs on from weeks and weeks back that have just built up, but I'm always adding more on. So I completely know what you mean. I really do. Another question from Ants Hood. Why did I start my channel? I did it to save the memory on my phone, to be honest. It was never supposed to be like a big thing. I was filming my ants eat, and it was like a 45-minute video, hour and a half or something like that. So I put it on YouTube to save the memory on my phone, because at the time my phone was like a rubbish iPhone, had like no memory, it was dying, always had to be on charge. So yeah, I stuck it on YouTube to sort of save myself some memory and whatnot, and it just sort of spiraled, you know. I made an intro and things like that, and people were watching it, so I thought, all right, well, I may as well put a few more, and I made an intro, and it just sort of spiraled, and now I'm at like 454-ish subscribers. So that's like mind-blowing, you know. Over all platforms, I've got like quite a lot of followers now, not as many as you answered, I'm sure, because you're well into your thousands now, but I'm quite proud of how far it's come. Yeah, from nothing really, from just me putting it on to save the memory on my phone. I never thought anyone would be interested in hearing me talk, let alone put up with my voice for like a couple of hours. You guys have been here for an hour and a half. Some of you have been here longer than that now, listening to me talk. So like, it's always a privilege. It's always absolutely awesome to speak to you all. I'm so honored. I always say that word, and there must be a better word for it, but I am absolutely honored by all of you being here, showing me that you are interested and giving me the time of day. You know what I mean? Hello, Roger. Thanks for signing in, buddy. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat, so I've only just seen you're there. Antscapes, yeah. Where do I find the time? Let's say some nights I actually work through all night. I'll do like a whole day at work. I'll do the whole night on the computer or doing other stuff. Sometimes I film my review videos at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll do like another day at work, and I'll just come back and sleep for like 12 hours straight. I make it work. Like, I've always lived like this. This is like, ever since I was really young, I only ever needed like 2 hours sleep. The way I do it is like, if I need to sleep, I'll just drop down wherever I am and just sleep. Kind of like Churchill. You know what I mean? I work, like, I'm constantly doing things. I've always got ideas going on in my head. And that's why I did so well when I worked for the council. We can't go into a lot of the work that I did for the council, but I was doing so many different projects and ideas, people just couldn't keep up. I had like a film crew come over from Peru, and they filmed everything I did because they wanted to take it back to where they were, and loads of stuff. Like, my brain's just non-stop, so like, I don't need to sleep. But yeah, there isn't enough time in a day. I always say there's not enough time in a day. If I could put like another 6 hours in every day, I'd get so much more done. But anyways, time to breathe. Yeah. I don't have much time to breathe, to like sit down, relax, and chill out. I've got 3 kids as well, don't forget. So like, they take up an awful lot of time. My youngest takes up a fair bit of time. But you know, you just get used to it. You get used to it. It's great fun. You see the sort of energy I've got. Like, this is me all the time, just constantly got energy, constantly buzzing, waiting for the next opportunity to arise where I can do something. I'm always doing something. Always got, yeah, my brain's crazy. Ants England, I've done 10 times the amount of videos of you. Yeah, but your videos are great. Your videos are like absolutely amazing, Ants England. Whereas mine, some of them aren't that good. I've just like, it's just me being excited, wanting to film stuff and put it out. So yeah, I am putting out lots of content, but not all of it's great quality. You know, your content is actually really good. So that's what it is. I just like putting out the videos. I like showing you what I'm excited about, and you can see it on my voice, right? I'm excited even telling you about it. But yeah, I just enjoy it, don't I? That's what it is. You've only missed one picnic table. That's pretty amazing. I don't know if anyone else can say that actually. Maybe, but you need to go back and watch the one that you missed, because obviously it would probably be a really good one. Or is that the one that you're in? If you didn't watch the one that you were in, I bet that's it. I don't know, but you should watch them all. They're all really good, and they're all on Spotify as well. Not this series or season is not on Spotify yet. I'm going to chuck it all on at the same time. Night Ants Hood, I've just seen your comment. Yeah, I'm going to chuck this whole season on Spotify at the end of March, basically, and then we'll just keep doing it like that. 2 seasons at 2 months per season will go up onto Spotify. And don't worry, right? Because I know I've had several messages saying, what's going to happen when you run out of people to interview? I'm never going to run out of people to interview, am I? Because there's loads of us. There's like, oh, see you later, Dean. Yeah, there's loads of us. So there's loads of YouTubers, there's loads of ant shops, there's other interesting people to interview as well. So I'm never going to run out of interviews. Don't worry about that. But you will see a slight change next season. At the end of March, coming into the next month, we're going to go into season 3. You will see more of these parts on my own. Yeah, B. Liam, if you want to get on here, buddy, I will happily interview you. I will happily interview absolutely anyone. I even do ant keeper nights where I do like 20-minute interviews, and they're not YouTubers, they're not vendors or shops in any way. They're just normal ant keepers. And it just, it's nice to see people on that other level as well. So definitely you can get on. Everyone should get on. Jazz, you should get on. Beda Leon should get on. Andy Matter should get on. Just everyone should get on the stream because it's awesome. But yeah, season 3, we're going to have more stuff like this, more of me talking, but I've got a lot more stuff coming to help me keep you entertained, we could say. But it's like more of a chat show sort of vibe that we got going on right now. So I thought I'd improve the chat show sort of thing as well as the interviews. But we do have some brilliant people that I'm lining up for interviews. Some other brilliant people that are like, they're going to be a lot further down the line, but the interviews are getting booked in. But they're already so busy doing things that they're just impossible to get a date for. But there is lots coming on the picnic table in the next few seasons, of course. Loads of people in the next few seasons. Subi, am I saying that right? Subi, Bidalium wants you to finish with a dance. Me dance? I'll dance. Yeah, I will dance if it comes to it. I'll dance. You know me. I don't really mind. I don't really mind what I do because don't care. I've gone way past the point of caring. I stopped caring what people thought about me when I was like 15. Like, I'll dance on screen. You've heard me sing probably a million times. Sing to myself. I sing to my aunts. Like, it just naturally happens. Sometimes you can't help it, Yeah, I'll put on some music and have a little jig. I don't really dance though. Like, even when I did dance, I didn't dance. Like, it's just not in my blood. Now, where is my remote? Because I've just noticed my red lights aren't on again. Well, I'll tell you what, that's the kids messing with my remote. They found the remote and they pressed a big red button on it, which turns it all off. What do I sing to my aunts? Dance the Skater Boy. No. Listen, I will dance, but it's more of a jig. That is literally me dancing. Even when I got married, right, I did the dance with my wife. I stood there, wrapped my arms around her, and held on for dear life. Like, I don't dance. There's a reason that you would put me as the drummer in the back of the band. Shapes Graphics. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends. Yeah, I've heard that somewhere before. Where was that? Yeah, we could do a talent show. You'd all have to come on and show us your talents one night. That'd be right. Yeah, show us your talent skills one night. That would be brilliant. Honestly, I don't think I can. I'm happy to jig, but I don't dance. I don't really dance. That's pretty much as my kids get out of me as well. Like they say I'm like, so my kids have now started saying, bear in mind my oldest is only 9. I've got a 9-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old, right? They're like, Daddy, can you stop calling us names in front of our friends? It's really embarrassing. Like, right, so my oldest is called Kayla. I call her Kayla Poos. Amy, I call her my flower because she was Amy, then May, and May, and then Mayflower, and then Flower. So she's turned into Flower, you know. Sing my first wedding dance song. No, right. So the song that we got our first dance to was the Pogues, "Love You Till the End," I believe. I like the Pogues. They're one of my favourite bands. I do like heavy metal. I like everything really, but the Pogues are one of my favourite bands. I'm Irish. Like, I play the violin, I play the drums. I'm Irish. What do you mean? You know, got 3 kids for a reason. What do I sing to my aunts? I just kind of sing, like, I narrate what I'm doing. I'm feeding you, gonna give you a roach, and you know, you just kind of narrate what you're doing, don't you? Yeah, blame my kids. Yeah, the kids, they get a lot of blame for everything. That's why you have kids, so that as an adult, you don't have to take responsibility for like a mess, or if something breaks, just blame it on the kid. I've got a child. 2 of my kids talk. My youngest doesn't talk. So if I break something, like Evie did it. Okay, right, I'm going to announce that, and we need to put it up on the thing. If you go on Twitch and search for Be the Liam, now I know Be the Liam has got a Twitch. If you search for all the videos, you could probably find him dancing in a unicorn onesie. Now, who's going to go and find that for us? Yeah, I mean, I actually don't own a onesie. I think we went into this the other day. I've never worn a onesie. It's just not sort of. I live in a vest. Only recently have I started wearing trousers. I normally used to wear shorts basically because I would just burst into like running at any point. If I've got to catch a bus, I'll run. If I've got to do something, I'll run. If I've got to stand about, I'll probably do some press ups. Yeah, I like to be exercise ready at all times. Put it like that. Is there any other questions that I can answer? God, you've had quite a lot out of me tonight. My wedding song and all sorts of things. Right, so I got married the day before, or 2 days before we went into full lockdown in the UK. The 21st of March. Yeah, 21st of March, I'm going to say. A couple of years ago, this will be the 2nd year. And like we got it done at a big hotel, and it was really cool. But the band cancelled on us because obviously COVID was happening. Half our people couldn't turn up, like grandparents and stuff. My brother wasn't there because COVID. The hotel that we were having it at, they were meant to put out a red carpet for us. They were like, we're not going to do that just in case we get shut down. So yeah, we had it at this hotel, and they tried to do it on the quiet as such, but it was a really good day, good event. We got married, we were happy, that's all that matters. And we had so much food because I paid for we paid for a full meal and a buffet, right? And then we all sat down for the full meal, and there was quite a few bits left over, which everyone appreciated because we all wanted more food. And then the buffet stuff, like they were like, oh, do you want us to like bring it out now? because we planned to go on like well into the night with the band and stuff like that, but because the band didn't turn up, and after the meal, that was basically it over. So we're like, right, just bring out all the buffet food, bring out a load of like empty box containers, and everyone just filled up lunch boxes and containers full of all this food and took it home with them. Basically, I ended up with like a whole fridge full of different containers of food and cake, and my nan made my wedding cake. It was phenomenal. She said it's probably gonna be the last cake she makes because she's like 80 now. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing. It was like buttercream, and we ate so much. I ate so much cake. I love cake. I've got a real cake issue. So yeah, onesies are nice and free as long as they have a bathroom hole. Yeah, I expect that's kind of a nightmare. Like I always think that about when women wear like full body suits and stuff. They got to take off everything just to go for a piss. Screw that. Yeah, and we didn't go for a massive wedding. It was going to be like a few hundred people or something, but it ended up being about 30 people. But like I said, it's all that we needed. You know, we got married. We had some of the important people there. I had my best man. I had two best men. I had my boxing coach and my best man, because best mate, who's also the one that I work with. So yeah, it was a good day, you know, and we had free reign of the whole place and loads of food, and we got married. We got married just before lockdown. Now, the amount of people which had their weddings like postponed because of the lockdown, and then they kept getting postponed or cancelled, and we just didn't want that. We could have, like the venue gave us the option of rebooking after COVID, and we were just like, nah, we just want to get it done, you know. There's no point in delaying it and not knowing when it could happen. Right, see you later, Ants England. Thank you for joining the stream. Oh dear, oh dear. It is now 10 to 11. I will probably call it a day before too long. It is a shame that the signal's so bad as well, because I'd love to show you what's going on in the ant tank, but I know it'd just be so blurry, there's hardly a point. But obviously, do not forget to check out the exhibition on the website. If you haven't looked at it already, the Great Ant exhibition is starting to look absolutely phenomenal. I will add more details onto the webpage very soon. I've just been busy doing some of my other jobs and bits and bobs that I do. You know how it is. God, I need a haircut. Look at that. I shall shave all my hair off very soon, and you'll be like, where's it all going? But I'm worried about shaving my hair off because it's going so thin on top. Will it ever grow back? We shall see. We shall see in season 3. You'll have to keep watching to see if my hair ever comes back. But yeah, so the Great Ant exhibition started to look awesome. Like I say, tickets have already been sold. There is still obviously loads more tickets, but get in there before they all sell out, because I have a feeling it won't take long and all of them will sell out. All 250 tickets should sell out. Like if they don't, I'll be very shocked and surprised, because some of the names we got, like the Ant Lady, Ants Are Us, Mantis NI, we're gonna have Callum there and myself, and there's loads of others that I just can't. I've said to them I'm not gonna reveal it until a little bit later when the actual posters and all the artwork's done, because at the minute all the artwork that's associated with it kind of looks amateurish. I done it myself, so I need to get well, I will look at my Discord after the stream. Basically, if I start bringing up Discord, it will make everything on the stream go even slower. So I don't even like do any of the other apps whilst I'm on the stream. But I will check out Discord as soon as we finish, buddy. But yeah, so like I say, it's going to be absolutely awesome. Jazz, yeah, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see you at AntCon. Can't wait to see everyone at AntCon. And then again at the exhibition. It's going to be awesome. Good night, David, if you're going. I'm confused. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Like I say, all those amazing vendors. There's plenty more already signed up that I said that I'm not going to pull it up until the posters. I need to get all the posters done properly very soon. That's in the works on one of my lists here. So it will get done. It will stop looking so amateurish very soon, because I understand that at the moment it doesn't look great. But like I said, I'm going to try and get a discount for a local hotel as well, so that we can book in at the same hotel and get it a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it's just going to be awesome, basically. I can't wait. I'm super excited. Like, all the extra stuff as well. We've got over 150 quid's worth of prizes donated by Best Dance UK for the raffle. So that's super exciting. Like I said, we're going to have a live picnic table. We're going to have guest speakers. There's food vans coming. Yeah, it's just going to be a great event. I can't wait. I'm super excited. Can you tell I'm excited about it? It's going to be brilliant. And like you say, there's going to be another one in February and another one next August as well. I think we're looking at a more... we're going up north in February and coming back down south in August, but I'm not quite sure where the venue's going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be more this way than that way. But we'll see. We'll see. Basically, I'm trying to avoid clashing with AntCon in any way, so I don't want to like book somewhere that they've booked. You know what I mean? I want to leave them to do their own thing and not compete in any way. Like I keep saying, this isn't a competition in any way. I just want to put on another awesome event for everybody. And what else? Don't forget to check out Discord, check out my YouTube, my Twitch, my Instagram, my Facebook, all of that lot. It's all got different stuff going on it, different content appearing on all the different pages. Some of it's quite exclusive to the different pages as well. So it's always worth checking out all the different things. Keep a close eye on the website, because that is rapidly evolving now, as well as the shop rapidly evolving. More products going on almost on a daily basis at the moment, or at least arriving to me almost on a daily basis. I haven't got them all on the website yet, but we have got isopods, springtails, some of the merch, some of the ants, loads of stuff on the website. Like I say, you'll be able to get everything you need for your ant keeping. You'll be able to buy your foods, everything you need for bioactivity, substrate, isopods, springtails. There'll be other creepy crawlies on there as well, some millipedes and other stuff. You can get your drainage layers, your carbon, tweezers, cotton, foods. I can't even remember if I said foods. I probably have. But basically, everything that you're going to need for your ant keeping is going to be available on my website. And yeah, what I'm also happy to do is I'm happy to help pretty much anytime. There's like a 24-hour email support. Just ping me a little email. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. I've just agreed to help someone do a bioactive build. I've agreed to help someone with their colony for the next like few months, just kind of mentoring them what to do. And all of that's completely free of charge. You know, it's just, I love to help. So ping me an email. But yeah, everything that you need is going to be on the website. I can't wait to get more of my isopods on there, because I've only got my tropical greys at the minute, because they're the ones which I've got absolutely millions of. But I do have other isopods that I am breeding to a point where I'm happy to start selling them. So that won't be long at all. Same with the springtails. I've only got one type of springtail on there, but I've actually got another one that I'm growing. These ones are a really cool color as well. So kind of interesting to look at, you know. We've got loads of stuff going on there, different substrates. I've got 3 different substrate mixes that are going on there that I've developed myself. One of them I use in this tank, one of them I use in another tank, and one of them I haven't actually used in any tanks that are on show, but they're in my garden bit over there. But I'm not going to show you my garden bit, because that doesn't ever come on the picnic table. That's my own private stuff. And no, it's not naughty garden stuff, it's literally plants. But yeah, so there's 3 different substrate mixes going on. There's all your bioactivity stuff, your drainage layers, your carbon. Basically everything you need is going to be on the website. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I think I pretty much thought of everything, to be honest, and just went nuts. You know what my brain's like. When I get an idea, I take it too far. I always take things too far, and then someone has to come in and say, "All right, too far. Stop it." And I normally tell them to do one. What else? Oh yeah, so we've got, who fancies another duck race in a minute? before we finish for the night. Too far. Ants England. I thought you were going to bed. But yeah, someone always needs to say too far, but I always tell them just to go away anyways. You know me, I don't stop. And if I do try and stop, then it does my head in because I want to just keep going, if you know what I mean. I can't stop. I will stop when I die. Right, so we've got 12 people in the chat. I'm going to put it on for a 5-minute duck race. And depending on how I feel at the end of the 5-minute duck race, we will call it a night at the end of that. All right, Jazz wants to be a percentage marker. Oh no, number 5. Okay, number 5. I thought we were, percentage markers. You'll be 5% that duck, 5% that duck, 10% the other duck, and that way you're guaranteed to win, So Jazz is 5, B. De Liam's at 9. Ant Ramblins is happy to take any number that's left. And saying that I'm not copying at all. Like, this is just something I've had planned for a while. But I'm not trying to copy what he's doing at all. I've just got, because it's going into subscription boxes, it's going on the shop as well. Suvi wants 1. Kevin number 2. Yeah, see, I'm really trying not to compete. Like I say, mine's more about the subscription boxes, but everything that's available in the subscription boxes, I thought I'd need to have it available in the shop, because if you want to buy like a top up or something, then it's there. But it's more about the subscription boxes with me, as you know, like that's what I'm focusing my efforts and attention on. Right, and if we are ready, everyone's got a number, we shall start the race. I always want to call that Donald Duck, but it's not. It's Trump Duck, isn't it? Right, Donald Trump. That's why it's Donald Duck. That's why it's confusing, right? That took me a minute to click in my head then as well. We got masked duck, spiked hair duck with a weird eye. Oh, alien duck in number 2. Vampire duck in number 1. All right, well, I think I am going to call it a night at the end of this. I've just gone through my list of things to go over tonight, and I have actually finished my list. If there's anything else you want to ask or talk about, just ping me a little message and we'll stay about a little bit longer. But if not, we'll call it a night at the end of this base. And as always, don't forget to drop me a little like and a sub if you haven't already. Follow me on all the social media. Give me a little ping if you want to get on the picnic table and chat. Be Liam, I love you too. I love everyone in the chat. Everyone who's joined tonight has been absolutely awesome, and you are all what I consider to be my friends. Ants England, we're not going to go political. Don't get too political in the chat, and especially like 2 minutes before we finish. But yeah, Donald Trump Duck, Donald Duck Trump, whatever. Did anyone see that thing when he told people to inject bleach? And he looked like, honestly, like he was like, can we do that? Can we do that? That was brilliant, wasn't it? Like, you should know. Like, thank you for joining out, boy. Like, it is really good to see you here, and we shall see you again soon, buddy. Did he not say that, Ant Singler? He said something like that. I watched it, and he was like, maybe we can do something. What was he saying? He said like bleach seems to kill it. Maybe we can do something with that. I don't know, but it was quite amusing. Like, it made me laugh at the time, definitely. I know it's been sort of blown out of proportion, like everything else. Like everything gets blown out of proportion because people love drama, don't they? But it's, yeah. I think it was definitely something that made me chuckle. It was during an interview, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. I watched it, and like he literally looked to the woman, like some scientist woman, who was like, "Don't look at me." Did not want to be part of that conversation. Yeah, I try not to get involved with any politics now. I left that life when I left the council. And there we go, number 10. Yeah, we just hate whoever's in charge. That is pretty much the British way. I don't like any of the British politicians, to be honest. Like I say, it's one of the reasons I left the job. I was asked to start working towards becoming an MP, and I basically said, no, that's not for me. Like, there's enough people which don't do what they're told. Why would I want to be the one telling them what to do? You know what I mean? Like, my kind of view on it has always been, I don't care who's in power, because if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. I don't care who tells me not to. I don't care what the reason is, or, you know, if I want to do something, I'll do it. And simple as that. But I have obviously morals. I'm not going to go around killing people or breaking the law stupidly. But if they put a law out that you couldn't get like a pasty anymore, you couldn't eat pasties anymore, I would be buying black market pasties, you know what I mean? Simple as that. Like I say, just do what you got to do, enjoy your life, and don't give a rat's ass about anyone else's views on you. It's pretty much how I live my life. But at that nice note, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for joining. You've all been absolutely amazing, as always. Like I said a minute ago, I do think of you all as my friends. You do mean a lot to me, I think is the words. You're all good friends of mine. I feel we've got a good personal relationship with almost all of you. And I Cut Your Shapes, you've been absolutely amazing as well with your questions. I'd love for you to come back on the next stream. We do this every Wednesday and Sunday, 9 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time is when I start talking. 8:30 we do a pre-show feed-in. But really, honestly, everyone here, you know what I just said. I love you all. You're such a great community, really good friends. I'm glad to have you, honestly. And if there's anything more that I can ever do for any of you, send me a message, let me know, and I will always work my hardest to give you everything that I can possibly provide. Simple as that. But as always for me, see you again soon, Ant fans.